How's it going, guys? My name is TJP. Welcome back to another Madden NFL 26 video here today on the channel. Our next AFC team will be the Houston Texans. So we're on to our divisional teams. So we got the Texans as the next one. So we're using 5 seasons. Well, we're doing 5 seasons. Injuries will be on. It will not be realistic. Can't stress that enough. It is a video game at the end of the day. Don't take it too seriously. We're just having some fun and bag on EA. Like, subscribe, join the content. Comment down below some more videos. Go to our socials, play the second channel and main channel down below in the description if you look at the content from me, DJB. Also, I apologize in advance if I say something wrong, like a name. Okay, it is what it is if I do. And with that all being said, it's on the gameplay. Alright, so I'm trying to think, as of this recording, it's Saturday, but when you see this video, or at least when I'm recording this part, it's Tuesday. So when you see it, well, earliest of Tuesday when it's uploaded. So it'll be week 2, it's just wrapped up. So just putting that out there. But we're starting from preseason. Anyways, this is the team. So we got CJ Stroud as the quarterback. Joe Mixon, Nick Chubb, Damian Pierce, Woody Marks. That's well up there. British Brooks, fullback. Nico Collins, Tank Dell, and Christian Kirk, the wide receiver positions. Tight end, Dalton Schultz, top guy. Left tackle, Cam Robinson. Laken Tomlinson, the left guard spot. Center's going to be Jared Patterson. Ed Ingram at the right guard, right tackle is Tyus Howard. Anderson Jr. at the left edge. Hunter at the right edge. Takasi, defensive tackle. E.J. Speed, Sam. Alshire is going to be the Mike. Henry Toto is going to be the Will. Corners, Stingley Jr., Lassiter, and Smith. Well, 2 Smiths right there. Jalen and Tremont. Petrie is going to be the free safety. Strong safety, CJ GJ, Gardner Johnson. Then kicking is Fairbarn, and then punting will be Townsend and Austin Brinkman at the left. Oh, not left. Long snapper position. All right, I want to take a look at the improved team and all that fun stuff, so let's do that. Where are we on that improved team? Let's take a look at it. So we're good on fullbacks and all that good stuff. I'm trying to think if there's anybody we do want to pick up. We have a lot of guys on the IR right now. So for the season, who should we pick up? I'm going to pick up Kazir White. I think that's a nice signing for us, just to add to the defense, might as well. And then if I can get an offensive player, maybe like if there's any guards out there, just to bolster up the line, maybe like an Isaiah Wynn. Why not? I was thinking about Michael Jordan, but let him stick to basketball. But or acting. Or acting. All right, on that note, I think I have my picks. I do want to double check. We go to the trade finder, draft picks. We do have a second, a fourth, and an extra 7. No 6th round pick, but that's fine. No 5th next year, and then we have all our picks after that. So we do have some extra picks. Should be a fun one. I'm going to get to simulating. We'll probably look to make a move maybe at the mid-season point, depending on how good we are. But for now, I'm just going to kind of keep the team as is, and we'll see how this team does. I'll see you once I'm at the midseason point. Okay. Well, 10 injuries. 10 injuries can explain why we are 0-6. Because, I mean, gosh darn, is that bad. But again, we have 10 injuries. I mean, there's so many guys hurt. CJ Stroud has been absolutely terrible. 1,016 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, only a 55% completion percentage, and a 74.6 pass range. Absolutely abysmal. 322 and 4 from Chubb on the rush. Receiving wise, Nico Collins 367, 1 TD, 282, 1 from Kirk. Schultz 195 and 1. Sacks allowed, 4 from Robinson. Howard with 2, and a bunch of guys with 1. In terms of tackles, 49 from Alshire, 48 from White. Gardner Johnson, 40, 26 from Hunter. Bullock with 25, Cook got 24, 22 from Lassiter. And Will Anderson Jr. with 21. Sacks, 6.5 from Hunter, 2.5 from Will, Anderson Jr., and Barnett with 1 sack. There's the receptions, just a couple guys with 1. Then you have your kicking, punting, kick return, and punt return. Yeah, it's not great. Being 0-6 is not good at all. I was not really expecting that. Again, the fact that most of my team is out doesn't help me either. Like, most of my guys are injured. So, I guess we can blame it on that. I'll keep Nick Chubb around. Might as well. So, I might as well negotiate some contracts here. And then, if any of these guys want to stay around, they'll accept. If they don't, then that's fine. They'll test. So obviously, this season is a bit of a lost cause unless we somehow have the greatest second half of the season ever. But we'll see. For now, let me just do some extensions, and then I'll see if maybe there's another trade we can make to try to get ourselves another piece to the puzzle. Perhaps, maybe another pick. I'm actually out of money now, so that's fine. Literally at $0. I do want to try to see if there is any way we can get more trades. So I'm going to load in the draft class first and foremost. So let's select from the download center, load in the draft class, and really just hope for the best here when it comes to guys that we want to pick up. By the way, I don't know if you guys can hear the TV in the background. I have the game up, and I'm just kind of listening to it instead of like watching it on the side. I don't know if you guys can hear that. If you can, I might just lower it a little bit on my end, and hopefully it just doesn't get picked up. I mean, there's also be a little bit of background music, so it might neutralize it out a little bit, and you kind of hear my voice more so, but just to point that out. So I apologize if you do hear some background noise. I may lower it a little bit. Nevertheless, let me get to see if there's any trades we can make to try to add some more picks, since this season, like I said, is it's a lost cause. We're not going to make the playoffs due to our injuries. Done deal here with the Cowboys. I traded for a first, fourth, fifth, seventh this year for a first, second, and third in 2027 with the Cowboys. So we get one of their lower picks. I don't think it's theirs. I mean, it could be theirs, but it is one of their picks. Whether it's their original pick or someone else's, I'm not sure of, but doesn't matter. Now I do have 2 first-round picks, which is nice. So I'm just going to sit with the rest of the season. I mean, like I said, lost cause on the season due to all the injuries we had. I mean, like I said, if we somehow make the playoffs, it'd be great. But yeah, you can see just have not been good whatsoever. So I don't know. Let's just see what happens and go on to next season, pretty much. Because, like I said, this season's a lost cause. 5-12, so at least it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But you see the rankings there. So definitely a disappointing season for sure. But at least we all have a high pick, which is nice, which will be our own. Let's take a look here at the stats and awards. I mean, you can see C.J. Stroud, better second half of the season, 3,520 yards, 22 TDs, 10 interceptions, 62% complete percentage, 94 passer rating, but still not great. In terms of rush, we had 1,053 yards, 6 TDs from Nick Chubb, C.J. 69 and 2. In terms of receiving yards, 1,137 yards, 11 TDs from Christian Kirk, Nico Collins, 946 and 4, 501 from Dalton Schultz, Jaden Higgins, 303 and 1, 224 and 2 from Chubb. Sacks allowed, 15 from Robinson, 10 from Ingram, 9 from Howard, Patterson 6, 2 from Wynn, and 1 from Tomlinson. In terms of tackles, 120 from White, Azeez with the 919, CJ 79, 76 from Derek Stingley Jr., Kamari Lassiter 69, Will Anderson Jr. 63, 60 from Bullock, 62 from Bullock, Futre 60, 50 from Hunter, 48 from Rankins. I don't know why I said Rankins. So, yeah, that's great. Dips from there. 13.5 sacks from Hunter, 7.5 from Anderson Jr., Rankins 4.5, 3.5 from Settle Jr., Al-Shair with 3, same thing with Fatukasi, 1.5 from Taylor. 2 guys with 1.5 sack there from CJ. As for interceptions, you have 3 from Azeez, 2 from Stingley Jr., and a bunch of guys with 1. There's your kicking, punting, kick return, and punt return right there for those that are curious. So on that note, like I said, disappointing season. So we're just going to advance on to the offseason. We'll see what we can do to improve this team. And hopefully we just stay healthy. That's the biggest thing. I think next year we'll be able to make the playoffs. But, yeah. Let's see who wins the Super Bowl and then go on to the offseason. The Eagles, Lamar Jackson, Super Bowl MVP. Mahomes, NFL MVP. Pete Carroll, Coach of the Year. Puka Nacua. Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year was T.J. Watt. Ashton Genty. Offensive Rookie of the Year and Defensive Rookie of the Year was Carson Schwessinger from the Browns. All right. On to the offseason. So Will Anderson Jr. is an option. So does C.J. Stroud. As for the rest of these guys, I did negotiate some of these contracts, so hopefully they kind of just stay. Kirk. Alright, that's fine. He wants to test, whatever. I think I offered Ed Ingram. That should work. Oh, wow, really? You bum. But tis. Jimmy Ward. Yeah, there we go. That's easy. I am now over the cap. So let me restructure See if there's anybody else here I want to try to keep. And then we will head on to free agency after that. Alright, I'm out of cap room. I did sign Tomlinson and Tommy Townsend, so we're going to be losing some of these guys. I think I might franchise tag Christian Kirk. Since I can't sign anybody anyway, might as well just franchise tag him and keep him on the team. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not going to have any money for free agency, which kind of sucks. But, you know, it is what it is. I mean, it's not like the class is too amazing. And Travis Kelce. Yeah, we can get Travis Kelce. Alright. Time for me to head on to the draft. That's where we're going to be able to get 2 good players. Hopefully that'll be able to develop into something good, something special. It's important for us to get some youth. Pick 5 and pick 29. So that's cool. So we're going to advance to next user pick. So here's the thing. You can see who went. What do we want to do? We want to make our selection. Let's see who we can grab. I mean, Cade. I don't want to get a quarterback, obviously. Would Keldrick Folk make sense? Maybe. Would a guy like Jordan Tyson or Zane Durant make sense? Maybe. You know, I kind of have to go with who I think is going to be good. I mean, Zane Durant. We want to go with him. I'm going to go with... Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go with... Let's go... Let's go Jordan Tyson. Let's get ourselves a... we'll get a wide receiver. And it's a good pick for us. And then... let's see who we'll take with my next pick. Okay? So I'll go here. I'm trying to think what I would want. I mean, Tate's there. I already took a wide receiver. A lot of wide receivers. I mean, I don't hate taking another wide receiver. There's nothing wrong with taking 2. I might go Carnell Tate. I could go Denzel Boston. Or Nick Harbor. I'll go Nick Harbor. 6'5". We'll take him. So, got ourselves some young receivers. I mean, that's I think that's pretty solid. Let me do the rest of the picks, and then we'll get on to simulating. Alright, so let's look at this recap. Just see who we have. So, obviously, Tyson, Harbor. We did get ourselves a good left guard there. Honestly, not a bad draft. I mean, pretty talented players, some pretty talented pieces we drafted. So, can't be too mad about it. Couple receivers, some edges, defensive tackle, tight end. Yeah, it's great. On to Season 2 we go. I'm hoping this year will be better. We do have some offers for Chubb. I'm curious to review them. What we've got here? Deebo Samuel. Wow. No, I'm not gonna accept any of these, so we'll just remove them. But yeah, we're on to season number 2. So I think this year will be better. As long as we stay healthy. We already have 3 guys out. Part of me wants to trade Joe Mixon, honestly. I might trade him. Just because I feel like we don't need him. Yeah, we got Stroud at the quarterback spot. Halfback's Mixon. I mean, Mixon's good. It's just that he's hurt. So, I don't know. We'll keep him around. Chubb, Pierce. Halfback, fullbacks there. We got Brooks. Wide receivers, Collins, Kirk, and Dell are the top 3 guys. Which is nice. Tight end, Dalton Schultz. Cam Robinson, left tackle spot. Left guard's going to be Caden Green. Center's going to be Jared Patterson. Right guard is Bradley Jones. Right tackle, Titus Howard. Left edge, Will Anderson Jr. Right edge will be Hunter. Defensive tackle, Settle Jr. Sam's going to be EJ Speed. Alshare at the Mike spot. Will's going to be Henry Toto. Corner, Stingley Jr., Lassiter, and Smith. Reese safety, Jalen Petre. Strong safety, CJ Gardner-Johnson. Kicking is Fairbarn. Punting is Townsend. Brinkman at the long snapper position. And that's what we've got going on for us right now. So I'm going to take a look here. We're over the cap, so... Right, because we franchise tagged. So there's really no need to make trades. We're going to have to kind of keep the team as is. I think this year we should be able to make playoffs. Hopefully. But let's see what EA thinks. Let's get to simulating and hope for the best. So this season, much better so far. 6-1. And you can see the ratings there. 3rd in offensive points per game, 11th in pass yards, 1st in rush yards, 13th in opponent points per game, 22nd in opponent pass yards, and opponent rush yards, 8th. So much better season so far. Do still have a few injuries, but we are playing better. We have some negotiations. We'll take a look at those momentarily. Let's look at the stats first and foremost. DJ Stroud having a better season. 1,514 yards, 12 touchdowns, 4 interceptions at a 67% pass completion percentage. Tongue twister right there for me. He had 109.4 passer rating as well through 7 games. Joe Mixon, welcome back. 748, 10 TDs. 205-1 from CJ and Nick Chubb. 133 and 1 TD. Yards there on receiving, Nico Collins. 427, 2 TDs. 413 and 6 from Christian Kirk. Tank Dell, 258 and 1. 251 and 1 from Dalton Schultz. Sacks, a couple guys with 4 and several guys with 1 allowed sack. In terms of tackles, 46 from Al-Shaair, Stingley Jr., 38-36 from Lassiter. CJ, 31-27 from Hunter. Settle Jr., 25-21 from Petre. Sacks, 5 from Hunter. Barron, 3.5. A couple guys with 1.5 sack there from Lassiter. In terms of interception, 3 from CJ. Lassiter, 2. Same thing with Smith. And a few guys with 1. There's your kicking, punting, kick return. Punt return for those that are curious. All right. We have some negotiations. 14 guys. A lot of money. It's the guys we want to keep. You can see. Lots of guys. Lots of fun players. So let's see who decides to stay and who will want to test right now, and we'll go from there. For a few contracts, some guys do want to test want to think about it, which is fine. For now, I will wait on them to make a decision in terms of trades. Unless I'm going to throw in a player, not really worth it. I could review the offers for Chubb again. Might as well. Anybody here that I'm curious to move? We can get Brooks. Brian Burns, a 5th and a 6th from the Giants. I actually kind of like that trade. I think I'm going to do this. Man. Man. I would have done that trade. I guess Brian Burns is making... How much money is he making? Apparently too much. Oh, yeah, he's making too much. Definitely can't do that trade. Alright. Well, we're just going to kind of get back to simulating then. I mean, we're going to make the playoffs, I assume. We're 6-1. Let's see what we can do the rest of the way. I'll see you at the end of the season where hopefully we are playoff bound. Season 16-1. Was not expecting to go 16-1, but you know what? We were a lot healthier, and we had great ratings other than defensive pass yards. So that means we're automatically in the divisional, which is huge. Wow, what a season we had. Take a look at the stats. CJ Stroud, 3,841 yards, 33 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. He had a 69% completion percentage, 115.9 passer rating as well. It's good to me. Rush-wise, 1,276 yards, 14 TDs from Joe Mixon. CJ Stroud, 344 and 2, 331 and 4 from Chubb, and then David Pierce, 14 and 3. Receiving-wise, 1,091 and 11 from Christian Kirk, 970 and 7 from Nico Collins, Dalton Schultz, 647 and 5, 575 and 5 from Tank Dell, 251 and 2 from Mixon. Keeps going from there. Sacks, a few guys with 6, 3 from Green, a couple guys with 2, and 1 from Scruggs. Juice. Zeus with 125 tackles to lead the team, 84 from Stingley Jr. on defense. CJ, 82, 70 from Lassiter. Ward with 67. 52 from Petre, 50 from Hunter, a couple guys with 40, and it just dips from there. Sacks, Hunter, 9, 7.5 from Anderson Jr., Barron, 5.5, 2 from Keontae Hamilton, a couple guys with 1.5, a few guys with 1.5 sack, a couple half sacks as well. Interceptions, 6 from Stingley Jr., 5 from Lassiter, 4 from CJ, 3 from Ward, a couple with 2, and 1 from Zeus. You have your kicking, punting, kick return, punt return for those that are curious. All right, I'm going to get to the staff abilities, and then we are going to get on to the divisional. So we are going to end the Los Angeles Chargers in the divisional. You can see their ratings and rankings compared to us. I feel like we should be able to win, but let's see what EA thinks. So we're going to hop on to the divisional playoff and hope for the best against the against the Los Angeles Chargers, but hope for the best for the Houston Texans, I should say. Stadium is where we are going today to take on the Chargers. Let's see what we can do against them. Well, we're going to fast forward to the end of the game here with the Super Sim, and hopefully we can win. First blood will go to Houston, but they will take the lead 7-3. And they're going to go up 7-3 here. We're going to make it 10-7, second half, up 10. And they will cut it to 3. And they will actually take the lead, courtesy of EA. And courtesy of EA, we're down 11. Courtesy of EA. And we're going to lose, courtesy of EA. Courtesy of EA. 20-17. Go 16-1 and lose in the divisional. Makes sense. CJ Stroud with a horrible game. Did I trade you? But, like, still. Not a good game. Not a good game whatsoever. 20-17. Definitely disappointment for sure. So the Eagles once again win the Super Bowl. Or did they win it? No, they didn't win last year. They made it to the Super Bowl, but they win it again, I guess. So they've been in the Super Bowl 3 straight years. Bengals lost. Yeah, Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl MVP. Joe Burrow, NFL MVP, and Offensive Player of the Year. Our coach, Ryan's Coach of the Year, but who the hell cares when you lose in the divisional after going 16-1. Abdul Carter, Defense Player of the Year for the Giants. Eugene Wilson, the third. Offensive Rookie of the Year for the Jets. Defensive Rookie of the Year was Suntarine Perkins of the Raiders. All right, now we go on to the offseason. We have to figure out a way to make this team better and keep around some of the dudes that potentially want to test. I already offered some contracts to some of these guys. Will they sign or will they test? Christian Kirk, let's play for new team. All right, that's fine. Honestly, we have wide receivers, so if he wants to leave, it's whatever. Hunter, I would think wants to stay around. Yep. All right, great. So we get him to stay. If we can get Mixon to stay as well, that'd be great. And he does, so that's good. All right, let's see if there's anybody else here we can keep, and then we'll just go on to free agency. These guys test, it's fine. So Kirk, Toto wants to test, Scruggs, yep. I'm going to restructure some contracts. We'll try to see if we can maybe have enough money for free agency to add, either re-sign or add a couple more guys. Not a lot right now, obviously. I don't know what the class is looking like. I mean, there's some good players out here we can add to the team. So first things first, contracts, team salaries. Let me restructure, and then we will get on to trying to sign some more guys. All right, so the free agency recap, for those that are curious, I mean, we had some good signings. Marlon Humphrey, Jordan Davis, Henry Toto, we brought him back. Got Jack Westover, Owen Popo, Nick Broker, and Anthony Pittman. So nothing crazy, but we did get a couple good guys. Hopefully they'll improve the team. I want to try to see if we can grab some more picks for our squad, because we only have 4th, 6th, 7th. I want to see if there's any way we can, well, yeah, I want to see if there's any way we can get ourselves some more picks. So I might throw in like a future first and try to get ourselves like additional draft capital for this upcoming season. So let's just see what is out there. All right, Raiders are going to give me a 3rd, 4th, 5th, 2, 6th, and a 7th round pick in 2027. We have an extra, a little bit of extra picks to round out the rest of the roster. Maybe we'll find like some more sleepers, and just some more guys that we can kind of develop for the seasons to follow. So yeah, let me head on to the recap. I'm not going to show you guys the draft since we don't have any first round picks. So we're just going to head on to, like I said, the draft recap. So let's look at the draft recap. And you can see we had some okay players, nothing too crazy. Maybe some of these guys will be able to make an impact in the seasons to come. A couple defensive tackles, another quarterback, halfback, tackle, corner, a halfback, wide receiver, and a right edge. All right, all that fun stuff. Yeah, let's head on to season number 3 and see if we can get back to the playoffs again and maybe get further in the divisional. Let's look at the roster. We're going to look at it. So we've got CJ Stroud at the QB spot. Makes sense to me. Mixon, Chubb, and Pierce, top 3 backs. Fullback, Jack Westover, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, and Jaden Higgins are the top 3 receivers. Tight end's going to be Eric Raymond. Ursary is going to be the left tackle. Left guard to be Caden Green. Center, we don't have a center. Right guard's going to be Jones. Blake Fisher at the right tackle spot. Left edge going to be Will Anderson Jr. Right edge, Hunter. Defense tackle Davis is up there, so that's cool to see. Sam's going to be EJ Speed. Mike's going to be Al Sha'er. Will, you got Henry Toto. Stingley Jr., Lassiter, and Humphrey, top 3 corners. Free safety is Petre. Strong safety will be CJ. Kicking, Fairbairn. Punting, Townsend. Long snapper is still Brinkman. So I would like to get a center and a right guard. I don't know if I have the ability to... Well, I do have the ability to trip one. So I'm going to look to see if we can get one. And then we will, yeah, just kind of get on to simulating, I guess. Deal here with the 49ers to get McGovern and Puny for Hamilton, 2 seconds, 2 thirds, and a fourth. We also got a 6 in 2028 and a 6 in 2029 as well. So that's fine with me. I think that will make the team a bit better. So I'm going to adjust the schemes and all that fun stuff. And then we're going to get on to simulating. I hope that we can get back to the playoffs. I'm not expecting to go 16-1. But if we can win like 11 games and can get to the conference championship this season, that would be awesome. Considering the fact that, you know, we went 16-1. We should still be good. But I guess we'll just end up seeing what EA thinks. So let me get to adjusting some lineups and schemes. And then we're going to get on to mid-season point where hopefully we are solidified as a playoff team. All right, so we're at the mid-season point. 5-2, it's pretty good. Let's take a look at the stats. CJ Stroud having a good season so far. 1,638 yards, 13 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 72% completion percentage on 113.9 passer rating. Rush-wise, 344, 3 TDs from Mixon. Pierce, 259 and 3, 181 and 2 from CJ. Nico Collins, 404, 5 TDs. Higgins, 397 and 1, 328 and 5 from Tank Dell. Eric Raymond, 238 and 1 on the receiving. Sacks allowed, Cam Robinson, 7, 6 from Green. Ursuru, 3, 1 from Dominic. Tackles on defense, 36 from Toto. CJ, 29, 28 from Lassiter. 27 from Humphrey. A couple guys, 25, 22 from Hunter. 21 from Petre and Davis. Sacks, 3.5 from Gonzalez. 3 from Anderson Jr. Hunter, 2. Several guys with 1.5 sack there from White. In terms of interceptions, a couple guys with 2 and a few guys with 1. Excellent to see. And you have your kicking, punting, kick return, and punt return for those that are curious. I'm trying to think if there's any trades we want to make now. Probably not necessary, but biggest thing is, of course, we got to re-sign CJ Stroud. I mean, that's the biggest fish to get. And that should do it. I don't know, the salary cap. Really? 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 I don't have the salary cap. Alright, now we do. Alright, so that's where most of it goes to. I'm over the cap. But I do need to... Oh, man. Will Anderson Jr.'s got to be re-signed. Lasky needs to be re-signed. Nico Collins. Oh, my goodness. So many guys here need to be re-signed that are really good and are integral to my team. So, first things first. Let's take a look here. Yeah, 200K right now. Not really much we can do. What are our draft picks? We do have our first round pick this year, which is nice, plus an extra 6th. Obviously, in 2029, we don't have anything, so. All right, good to know. Let me get back to getting back to it. I'm going to have to hope I can restructure CJ Stroud's contract in the offseason. If I can't, then I'm screwed because, yeah, if I restructure, I'll probably get like 20-something million or whatever from it, so should be a lot of money, but I got to be able to restructure. Nevertheless, worry about that in the offseason. For now, let's worry about making the playoffs. And we went 12-5, and you might be wondering, what does that mean? It means we once again won the NFC. We automatically in the divisional, but that doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't. It really doesn't mean anything if we don't win. So you see, great offense. Defensively could be better, but we're good on the defensive rush yards. But 12-5, it's acceptable for me. CJ Stroud, 4,117 yards. He had 33 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 73% completion percentage, 116.7 passer rating. Rush-wise, 1,075 and 9 TDs from Joe Mixon, 569 and 8 from Pierce. CJ Stroud, 341 and 2. Yards there from Tank Dell, 1,114 yards, 14 touchdowns, 974 and 7 from Nico Collins, 784 and 3 from Jaden Higgins, 510 and 4 from Eric Raymond, and it just keeps going for that. Blocking at your sacks allowed, 13 from Ursary, Robinson 11, 8 from Green, Dominic 4, a couple guys with 2. Defensively, 96 tackles from Lassiter, Toto with 89, 87 from Bullock, CJ 72, 61 from Humphrey, Petre 58, 52 from Stingley Jr., Hunter 45, 42 from Jordan Davis. Will Anderson Jr., 7.5 sacks, 5 from Gonzalez. Hunter, 4.5, 3.5 from Davis. Fitzsimmons, 2. A couple guys with 1.5 sacks allowed. A few guys with 1 and then a half sack there from B-Tray. Interceptions, 4 from CJ. Last year, 3, 2 from a couple dudes, 1 from a couple dudes. Then you have your kicking, punting, kick return, and punt return for those that C-A-R-E, also known as care. For now, I will restructure. By restructure, I mean restructure the abilities. Make sure that they are all locked and loaded for the coaches. And then we will get on to the Super Sim. So let me do this, and then I'll get back to you guys once I am done. With the 9-8 Chiefs, you can see where they stand compared to us. They're the home team. They have the advantage in pass yards. That's it, though. The advantage in everything else. Their defense is... Our defense isn't great, but it's better than theirs. So, way better than theirs. But their offense is pretty solid, but ours is also elite. I mean, nevertheless, can we win and get to the conference championship in season number 3? Or will we be futile in our efforts? Well, let's see what EA thinks. I'm going to hop onto the Super Sim. See if we can get the job done. All right, here we go against Kansas City. In Houston is where we are. So let's Super Sim it. Can we keep it close? Will we be able to blow them out? Let's find out. First blood will go to us. We're up 7-0. They're going to tie it. Yes, they are. We take the lead. We're up 7, up 10 now. 3-point game, fourth quarter, or second half. We're down 1. Now we're going to the fourth quarter. We're down 8. Tied it. They take the lead. We have the lead. We have the lead. Okay, I'm going to go normal. 4-13. They're forced to punt. 4-point lead for us. 4-yard rush from Higgins. 2nd and 6. An 8-yard pass there. That's huge. 1st and 10. 13-yard reception. All right, we're going to hop in. Minute 47. Give you guys some gameplay. Might as well. We're in field goal range. 30-yard line. We're up 4. Trying to get to the conference championship. We're going to run that one. No, we're not. I lied. We pass it, and we get ourselves out of bounds. I don't think we wanted to go out of bounds there, but it's fine. 23-yard line. 2nd and 2. Chiefs are not using any of their timeouts. Oh, that's all right up the middle right there. That's beautiful. And that is Joe Mixon securing the first down. Timeout, Chiefs. 1st and 10, 11-yard line. That's going to pretty much do it for us. We're going to run it again. That time it's Pierce. He gets some yardage there. Timeout, Kansas City. 2nd and 5. And there it is. Touchdown, Texans. That is Tank Dell on the reception. That'll put us up 11. If we make this extra point. And it looks like we will. Great. Meaning we will be advancing on to the conference championship. So we're up 11. Honestly, I don't need to watch the defense. I don't think. We can. I already hit exit, though. So we might as well just kind of fast sim it. Or normal sim it. Just in case like some miracle happens. I mean, that'd be kind of funny if I missed that. But, you know, it's me. Normal speed. They had a 17-yard reception there from Worthy. Interception by Caden Bullock, so it would have been nice to see that. But we just kneel it, and we win by 11. And we advance on to the conference championship this time around. This time clinching the AFC. We get to the conference championship. So, like I said, didn't need to go 16-1. The fact that we did was great, but then we didn't do anything with it. So, all right. Very nice. Congrats to Texans. And let's see who our next opponent is. Got CJ Stroud. The Pittsburgh Steelers, you can see where they rank and compare to us. Their offense isn't as great. Defense is really solid. Ours is not as solid. They have the advantage in defense. We have the advantage in offense. And that's indicative by the records and the ratings and the rankings. Can we win and get to the Super Bowl in season number 3? Or will our efforts be futile? I mean, let's see what Electronic Arts Sports thinks about it. We are hopping on in. Let's do this. The Super Sim. Here it comes. Will we be able to win? I don't know. We're going to find out. We will score first, 7-0. We will go up 14. Second half, 14-0. Steelers cut it to 11. They do score and make it a 3-point game. We go up 6. And we got an 8-yard rush there. Second and 2. We're going to hop in. 2-minute warning. 17-11. 2-minute warning. If we can win, we get to the Super Bowl. And we're in field goal range as well. 2nd and 2. Steelers have all 3 timeouts. We get a first down here. It'd be huge. We get taken down. And it is a fumble, but we recovered, I believe. I believe we recovered. Did we not? They're going to booth review it.
Previous play is under review.
Oh, to check if he was down? Let's see. Well, let's first see if we recovered it. He's down. He's down. Oh my goodness. Okay, 3rd and 3. Careful with that. Alright, can we get a first? We do get a first. Alright. That's going to cut it to 1 timeout for the Steelers. 6-point game. And yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it for us, I think. We're pretty much sold as long as we don't fumble. Alright, Mixon that time held on to it. 2nd and 8. No timeouts remaining for the Steelers. Another rush. Maybe get a yard out of that. 3rd and 7. I guess we'll do the same thing and just kick the field goal and go up 9. Yep, not a single yard there gained. Alright, let's just make this field goal, go up 9, and not have to worry about them trying to score a touchdown. We got it. Alright, 9-point game. I'm going to go normal speed. We don't really need to hop on in here, so we're going to win this one. 20-11. So it seems, at least. We'll jump forward to the end of the game and see what happens. Imagine they'll take a touchback. They do. 24 seconds to go. 15 yards, and that's it. And we are Super Bowl bound, your Texans. 20-11. It's season number 3, which is wonderful to see. We love it. All right, let's see who the opponent is and if we can beat them. The Buccaneers are the matchup. You can see their ratings and rankings compared to us, where they have the advantage versus where we have the advantage. Their defense and their offense. I mean, their offense isn't bad, and their defense also isn't bad either. Our defense is bad. Our offense is better than theirs. I don't know. It's going to be a tough matchup. Let's see if we could beat the Buccaneers, or will our efforts be futile? I gotta sneeze, so I'm gonna sneeze. Chew. Alright, I sneezed. We're in the Super Bowl, and it is raining. Never fun. So first blood will go to the Buccaneers. They're up 7-0. We make it 7-3. They're gonna make it 10-3. We cut it to... Oh, it's 11 now. And we're down 18. Down a lot. Down 21. Can't seem to score. And we're going to lose this football game. Getting blown out. Getting blown out. Absolutely pathetic and putrid. 41-6. Very, very bad. Very, very bad. Absolutely pathetic. Not a good outing at all from the Texans. As the Buccaneers win it. It was raining. I'll blame it on the rain. Might as well. Might as well blame it on the rain. CJ did not do great. And neither did our defense. Really unfortunate. Got to the Super Bowl. Good season, but... man. Tough. We still have 2 more. So maybe we can get back here again, but... It's going to be tough now. The offseason is going to be interesting because we need to make sure we can restructure contracts so we can bring back a lot of those guys that are going to be free agents. Absolutely demolished in the Super Bowl. Baker Mayfield, Super Bowl MVP. NFL MVP was Jaden Daniels. Kyle Shanahan, the Coach of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year was Elijah Moore. The Commanders. Defensive Rookie of the Year was Micah Parsons. The Packers. Troy Bird. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Panthers. Defensive Rookie of the Year was Mike's Trent Clark. He was on the Vikings. Good for them, I guess. All right, now we're going on to the offseason. We'll try to see if we can keep around the boys. is negotiating contracts and keeping around some of these guys. Obviously, right now, we don't have any money, but the easiest thing to do is, of course, what we usually do, and that's team salaries and restructuring contracts. So let's try to see if we can free up some money. We get a little bit of money there from Stroud, some Stingley. All right, Hunter. All right, that's huge. I'm going to keep doing that. Let's see if we can free up enough and try to bring back the rest of the guys on the team. I have a difficult decision here between Collins and Dominic. I kind of think I might let Nico go. I know it sounds crazy, but I think I need the guard. I remember I drafted those 2 wide receivers back in season number 1. So I'm going to franchise tag Dominic. Plus I traded for him. So you know what? We're going to unfortunately have to let Nico Collins go. It's a tough decision. I mean, I could theoretically maybe trade guys, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to franchise tag Dominic. And then that's, I think, going to be okay for us. So we'll do that. Franchise tag. You're going to stay. So obviously that makes it so that we can't sign free agents. Yeah, Nico Collins is out. We're going to lose Fisher and McGovern, but I wanted to keep Dominic. So one of the guys we ended up trading for anyways, might as well. It's unfortunate, but there's not much I could really do about it. I had to think about it, and that was what I decided to do. So free agents, obviously, it's a good class. Gibbs, Collins out there, obviously, but not much I could do. So we're over the cap. Right, I'm looking at, I got to think about the team, right? So if I go to the the depth chart, right? We look at the wide receivers. Yeah, it just made more sense. Like, Tank Dell's fine. Higgins, and then, you know, Tyson's up there. Harbor's up there. So, you imagine they're going to get better. So, yeah, I think it's cool. I think it's fine. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, obviously now I can't make any trades or signings, really. I could make trades. I do have a first-round pick, so I'll show you guys the draft. And that's exactly where we're going to go right now. To the draft, since I can't sign anybody. Pick 31, that's the only pick we have that I'm going to show you guys. So we'll skip ahead and draft now. These guys are auto-generated, but let's just see what we could get. So let's make my selection. I don't know who's out there. You'd have to look. A bunch of quarterbacks that I don't care about. Wide receivers, which I also don't care about. I mean, we don't need a wide receiver. I don't need a back. I really don't need any of these guys. I guess a right edge. Go Garfield, I guess. That's fine. Yeah, alright, we'll go Danny Garfield out of Rutgers. Why not? Screw it. So that'll be my pick. And decent pick. Alright. Let's advance on. I'll show you guys the rest of the picks in the recap. And then we'll go from there. Alright, so let's look at the draft recap for those that are curious about it. So, yeah, we ended up getting Garfield. I feel that's a good pickup for us. Other than that, we got another halfback, tight end, left edge, corner, defense tackle, free safety, another wide receiver. And that's it. On to season number 4 we go. To number 4. We're going to look at the roster. Looks good. I mean, CJ Stroud at the QB spot, he's been good. Other than that first season, but we had a bunch of injuries. Mixon, Pearson, McGee. The top 3 halfbacks, fullbacks would be Westover still. Tank Dell, my top receiver now with Higgins and Jordan Tyson. Also, don't forget about Nick Harbor. He's up there too. Fine for touches. Eric Raymond, tight end. Left tackle, Ursary. Left guards, Caden Green. Center, no centers. Right guard is Dominic. Mason Thomas, right tackle. I need a right tackle and a center. Will Anderson Jr., left edge. Right edge should be Daniel Hunter. Davis, Gonzalez, and Barron. Tackles, no Sams. Mike's got Alshire. Will got Toto. Corners, Derek Stingley Jr., Lassiter, and Humphrey are the top 3 corners. Free safety, Jalen Vitre. Strong safety, CJ. Kicking's Fairbarn. Punting is Townsend. And no long snapper as well. I mean, I could take a look at the improved team. I can't sign anybody. I'm over the cap. Centers. Any free agent? See. Yeah, practice squad. I don't know. I can't sign anybody, so that's fine. We're over the cap. Can't make trades, so this will be the team. for now. Maybe at the midseason point we can look to make a move, but for now, this will be the squad. So I'll see you guys at the midseason point, unless I decide to make a move before then. But for now, this is it. Yeah, 15.6 million. Worth it, 2, 6, and a 7th. I could try to trade for more draft picks. Maybe I'll do that. That might not be a bad option. Either 3rd, 2, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th this year for a 2031st. 7th to the Bears, 2030 for a 6 and 2 7ths. We look at this 5 and 2, not bad. Not bad at all. Stats. CJ, 1,252 yards, 10 TDs, 3 interceptions, 66% completion percentage, 100.9 passer rating. All in all, not too bad. We've got Joe Mixon. Mixing it up. You can see his rushes. Sorry, I just had to close that out. Joe Mixon with 551, 4 TDs, 214 and 2 from Pierce on the rush. Looking good. In terms of receiving yards, Jordan Tyson's got 307 yards, 5 TDs, 274 and 1 from Harbor. Tank Dell, 209 and 4. Pretty decent. Got your sacks allowed there, 2 from Mercery, 1 from Geraldo. Defensively, 35 tackles from Alshire, 32 from Stingley Jr., Lassiter, 32, 20 from Bullock. Hunter, 26, 25 from CJ. Gardner Johnson, Detroit, 22. Webs with 17. Dips from there. Dave, 16. 3.5 sacks from Anderson Jr. Hunter with 2.5, 2 from Davis. Not too many sacks so far. There was interceptions, 5 as a team. Stingley Jr. is the only one with 2, and a few guys with 1. Fairbarn, it's going to be at kicking, and then punter will be Tommy Townsend. You can see him there. Your kick return and punt return for those that are curious as well. I mean, we've done all right. Take a look at the negotiations. Got some guys up for some money, but the problem is I can't really do anything about it since I'm only at 2.6 million. But we'll restructure. Yeah, some good players here that I want to keep around. We'll see if our capabilities are there. Jordan Tyson as an option. We'll accept it. But outside of that, there's really not much else I can say other than let's just keep on simulating and see if we can get ourselves back into the playoffs. Like I said, sitting at 5-2. You can see the rankings. We're good on defense this year, which is nice. We're going 12-5 again, and we get a bye week in the playoff wildcard because we finished, once again, 30 season in a row, best record in the AFC. So we look at the stats here. CJ Stroud, 3,476 yards, 32 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He had a 70% complete percentage, 113.7 passer rating. Rush-wise, 897, 5 TDs from Joe Mixon. Dameon Pierce, 682 and 7. 343 from CJ on the rush. In terms of receiving, 812 and 13 from Tank Dell. Jordan Tyson, 620 and 5. 585 and 5 from Jaden Higgins. Eric Raymond, 537 and 5. 4, 2 and 3 from Nick Harbor. How about blocking? Get your sacks allowed. A couple guys with 4, 3 from Geraldo. A couple guys with 2 and 1 from Hayden Green. Not too bad there. In terms of defense, CJ Gardner Johnson, 84 tackles, 73 from Lassiter. Stingley Jr., as well as To'oto, 71. 64 from Bullock. Hunter, 61, 60 from Petre. And it just kind of dips from there. Sacks, 9 from Will Anderson Jr., 8 from Hunter, 4 from Barron. Gonzalez, 3. Davis, 2. A couple guys with 1.5, 1 from Bullock. And a couple guys with a half sack there. In terms of interceptions, a couple guys with 4, 2 from Bullock, and a couple guys with 1. As you can see, there's your kicking, punting, kick return, and punt return for those that are curious. And that's really what we've got. So let's just go on to the divisional. I already did my staff abilities, so I don't need to do those. Let's just see who we're taking on in the divisional, and like I said, hopefully win. So the matchup will be against the Colts. We are at home. You can see their 84s across the board. We're 86, 85, 89. I don't know if it'll be enough to win, but we'll see. We have the advantage over them in everything except for rush yards. Granted, we were 3rd, they were 2nd. So, they were 5th and 4th there. 9th and 6th. Okay. Should be a fun one. Let's see if we can beat them in the divisional. So we're at NRG Stadium. We're going to see if we can win here against the Colts. So let's super sim fast forward to the end of the game. First blood will go to us. We're up 3-0. They do take the lead. They're up 7-3. They're going to make it 14-3. Courtesy VA. Courtesy VA. Down 21-3. Courtesy VA. We are choking. 24-9. We're going to lose this game. Getting blown out 31-15. And pathetic performance there. 34-15, courtesy of EA. Shout out to EA's Sim Engine, greatest Sim Engine of all time. Super realistic. So we lose 34-15. Really disappointing. Once again, I mean, you get all the way here, and we just can't seem to win. So, CJ Stroud, you should do better than that, my friend. We got outplayed by DeAndre Campbell. Never going to cut it. Never going to cut it. But we do have one more season. Can our team actually perform up to expectations? Let's beat the Colts. Colts went all the way. Jared Goff, Super Bowl MVP. Josh Allen, NFL MVP. Carl David, Coach of the Year. Giants. Puka Nacua, Offensive Player of the Year. Rams. Defensive Player of the Year was Micah Parsons from the Packers. Taylor Freeman, Vikings. Desmond Darby, Cowboys. Offensive, Defensive Rookies of the Year, respectively. All right, so we got to negotiate some contracts. Before we do that, though, Tyson's got an option. You can see we have all these guys up for free agency. We're $15 million over the cap, so we're going to have to figure that out. Hopefully we can. We go to team salaries. Can we restructure? That is the question that is on everybody's mind. It's on my mind, at least. I don't know if we're going to have enough. So we'll try. Hopefully we do. But I'm sure we'll probably lose a couple guys here. And then we'll have to try to either make a trade or trade for players or trade for more picks and then just fill out the roster through the draft. I'm going to be out of money here. I'm going to franchise tag Ursery. I did re-sign a couple guys. Harbor, Higgins, but everybody else here is going to have to obviously go. So we're going to have to try to acquire more picks, which we'll do, and then just try to add some more talent through the draft. That's really all I can hope for. No trades really needed to be made, or can be made, because like I said, we can't do that anyway. T. Higgins is there. Okay, we got a few good players, but yeah, obviously some of our guys we try to keep around, but we can't, so we're over the cap. So, all right, let's try to see if there's any trades we can make. Try to acquire some more picks. Just take a look here and see what we've got draft pick wise. I mean, we do have a decent amount of picks, but I'm sure we can maybe get some more. I would have done deal here with the Cardinals to get 2 seconds, a fourth, and 3 sevenths. We traded our first, second, third, fourth, fifth in 2031, and one of our fourth round picks in 2029 to get their fourth. In the Packers this year, I traded away some 6th and 7th, so we get ourselves a 5th round pick and then one of their 6th. Plus, we had a lot of picks there. So that's going to be it for me. I'm going to get on to the draft recap. I don't think I have any. Yeah, we don't have any first round picks, but we do have a lot of picks, so we're just going to add the players from the draft to our roster, and hopefully that's enough to compete for the 5th and final season. Recap, let's view the contract details. So, yeah, you can see here who was drafted. I mean, we got a lot of guys. Hopefully some of these dudes can make an impact in our 5th and final season. Only time will tell, but we're going to get on to simulating. I'll show you guys the final roster, and then we'll head on to mid-season point after that. But, yeah, let's see how this team's going to do. Hopefully we can make the playoffs again and actually compete in the playoffs. 5th and final season. Take a look at the roster. So quarterbacks obviously going to be CJ, which makes sense. CJ Stroud. Mixon, McGee, and Alvarez are the backs. Fullback, nobody. Wide receiver, Tank Dell, Jaden Higgins, and Jordan Tyson are top 3 receivers. Eric Raymond is my tight end. Left tackle, Ursery. Left guard, you've got Keaton Green. Center's going to be Dobson. Right guard, Vaughn Hartwell. Mason Thomas at the right tackle spot. Left edge, Will Anderson Jr. Right edge will be Daniel Hunter. Defense tackle, we've got Jordan Davis, Juan Gonzalez, and Barron. There's no Sams. Mike's got Alshire. Henry Toto with the Will spot. Stingley Jr., Lassiter, and Smith. Top 3 corners. Free safety, Bullock. Strong safety, CJ Gardner-Johnson. No kickers, no punters, no long snappers. The E-game will have to fill it out for us. I mean, can this team, like I say, win and get back to playoffs? Yes. The question is, though, can we actually perform up to standards in the playoffs? I mean, that remains to be seen. But let's just go on to, like I said, the mid-season point. I can't really make any trades. Can't really make any signings. I am over the cap. As much as I'd like to have signed Aubrey or whoever, I can't do that. So, all right. I'll see you guys at the mid-season point. All right, currently sitting at 4-3 at the mid-season point. which I mean is okay. You can see there where we are in terms of ratings. I mean, some of them are kind of bad. Some of them are pretty good. Top 10 in 3 out of the 6 categories. 11th in pass yards too, but all right. We have a few injuries. Let's take a look here at the stats. We're kind of, like I said, in the thick of things. So we go to the stats and awards. You can see CJ so far, 1,600 yards minus 1 equals the amount of yards he's passed for. 12 TDs, 2 interceptions, 69% complete percentage. That's nice. 111.3 passer rating. Rush-wise, 74, 72, and 4 from Joe Mixon. CJ, 185 and 1. All right. Tank Dell's 597, 2 TDs on the receiving. Jaden Higgins, 348 and 3, 249, 1 from Eric Raymond. Jordan Tyson, 206 and 3, and 145 and 2 from Mixon. Sacks allowed, a couple guys with 2 and a few with 1. So 7 total sacks allowed. Not too bad. Through 7 games. 56 tackles from Alshire. Gardner, 51, 40 from CJ. 20 from Bullock, 27 from Stingley, 26 from Hunter. Last year, 25, 24 from Smith, 20 from David. Dips from there. Sacks, 3.5 from Hunter. A few guys with 3, a couple with 1, and a few with a half sack. 2 interceptions from Stingley Jr., 1 from Sam Gardner. And you have your kicking, punting, kick return, punt return there. Looking good. All right. Question becomes, can we compete for a playoff spot, or will our efforts be futile? I assume we should be able to make the playoffs, maybe the wildcard team. Don't know if we'll be able to win the NFC this time, but that's fine. I'm just trying to make sure we get to the playoffs, and hopefully we can compete and win. I mean, we made it to the Super Bowl. I think it was our 3rd season. It was. I want to try to get back there and win it this time. But let's see what EA thinks. I'll see you guys once I'm in at the playoffs, and hopefully the Texans are in. All right, we did make the playoffs today on the Jaguars. That's who we're taking on. 11 and 6. You can see the ratings there and the rankings and all that fun stuff for the Texans. We only have 1 injury, so for the most part, we're kind of healthy. Take a look at the stats. Again, 4,000 minus 1 equals the amount of passing yards that CJ Stroud had. He had 35 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. A 70% completion percentage, 116.3 passer rating. Rush-wise, Joe Mixon, 1,005, 9 TDs, 373 and 4 from CJ. Taylor Alvarez, 230 and 4. Receiving-wise, 1,207, 9 TDs from Tank Dell. Jaden Higgins, 932 and 4. 706 and 8 from Derek Raymond. 657 and 8 from Jordan Tyson. Okay. Blocking, get your sacks louder. 3 of 11. 5 from Chambers. 4 from Green. Couple guys with 3, couple guys with 2. Defensively, 114 tackles from Alshire. 92 from CJ. 83 from Lassiter. Toto with 76. 67 from Gardner. Bullock, 65. 62 from Stingley Jr. Kind of just dips from there. Sacks, 12 from Anderson Jr. 20.5 from Hunter. Davis, 10. 5 from Gonzalez. Wilson, 3. 2.5 from Toto. Alshire, 1.5. Couple guys with 1. And a few guys with a half sack. There's interceptions, 5 from Stingley Jr., Gardner 2, 1 from To'o. Kicking, punting, kick return, punt return there for those that are curious. All right, let me adjust my coach abilities, and then we're going to get on to simulating. We win against the Jaguars. I guess we're about to find out once we get to that Super Sim. We're taking on the Jaguars in the wild card matchup. We're going to see if we can beat them. I don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to fast forward to the end of the game and see what happens. First blood will go to us. We're up 7-0. Can we go up 14? The answer is no. We go up 10, though. 10-3. They're going to have us go up 10 again. Now we're only a 3-point game. Can't seem to score a touchdown when we need to. All right, there we go. 10-point game. 7-point game. Can we score here? We go to 10. Going to go normal speed there. 3rd and 2. We're going to have to... 1st and 10. Yep, 6-yard rush. Yeah, we're going to win this football game, it looks like. Yep, 23-13. Your Texans win. And we advance on to the divisional. 23-10. As we best the Jaguars. Very nice. Matchup will be against the Bills. They're a good team. You can see their ratings compared to us. It's good players, obviously. We're going to see what happens here. Let's hop on into the Super Sim. Fast forward to the end of the game and see if the Bills will beat us or if we'll beat the Bills. All right, here we go. NRG Stadium. Let's see what happens here against the Bills. So we're going to Super Sim fast forward to the end of the game and see what happens. Bills will score here. Yep, they're going to go up 7-0. We do tie it. And they will take the lead. They're up 14-7. And if we score here, it'd be great. Cut it to 4. Get a stop. Go up 3. And penalty there. We're going to go normal speed. 3rd and 8. They get the first down courtesy of the sim engine. Courtesy of the sim engine. 2nd and 2. Courtesy of the sim engine. 3rd and 1. Can we get a stop? Nope. They're going to score a touchdown and take the lead. So that makes sense. EA. Got to remember. 6 yards. All right. Minute 57. 2nd and 4. Got to score a touchdown. 8 yards. 1st and 10. 4-yard rush. 52 seconds to go. Got to go deep. 2-yard gain. Not calling a timeout for some odd reason either, which is very strange because it's the 4th quarter. It's 3rd and 3. We haven't called a timeout yet. You would think we would have called a timeout by now. Let's see if they call a timeout here. Hey, they do. All right. So we called a timeout. 14 seconds to go. Got to go 36 yards, 14 seconds. Needs to be a touchdown. CJ looking. All right. Call a timeout. We get 6 yards out of that. 8 seconds to go. We got 2 plays left, hopefully. Big game. Oh, you got to catch that. That is a joke. You've got to catch that. If we catch that, we might be able to win the game, but we don't catch it. So this has to go end zone, courtesy of EA. Dude, what are we doing? It's twice in a row where my guy's just... All right, it's got to go end zone. And we lose. We lose. 21-17. We lose in the divisional. So, can't seem to win it. My guys just can't seem to do well in the playoffs. That's what it came down to. Couldn't get the job done in the playoffs. So we lose 21-17. Again, courtesy to EA. Really unfortunate. 21-17. If we played a little bit better defense, we win the game. We don't let them score there, but Josh Allen's able to get first downs. But for some reason, CJ Stroud was unable to get a first down when he did. And the Commanders beat the Bills. Jaden Daniels, Super Bowl MVP. Cade, NFL MVP. Carl David, Coach of the Year. Puka Nacua, Offense Player of the Year. Defense Player of the Year, Josh Hines Allen. Donovan Sheard. Sheard from the Bengals. Offense Rookie of the Year. Defense Rookie of the Year was Chris Beckham of the Titans. Cool. All right, on that note, let's full screen it. All right, so hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, comment down below some of my videos. Got our socials, play the second channel and main channel down below in the description. If you like the content, me and TJP. Unfortunately, couldn't get the job done, win a Super Bowl. Got to the Super Bowl, but couldn't win it. So, it is what it is. We'll have our next NFC team. I think it might be, is it the Rams? It might be the Rams. I'd have to double check it, but whoever it is, you will see that video and hopefully be excited to watch it. Maybe not, I don't know. On that note, though, I will be heading out. Take care. We'll see you soon. Peace.